This video is coming with a warning, especially to those people that are only interested in my main body of work on my main album, my main playlist. So you already know that if you're not interested in my Final Jigsaw playlist, then you need to not watch this video. It's extremely far out. I just felt the need to put out something different. I put out 4. By the time I put out my last video, it clicked onto 4 videos in 7 days. I did promise you one every Sunday, so I have forced myself up here. Anyway, I've been subscribed to Bill Hansen here right since the COVID debacle, somewhere in the middle of that. Although I don't agree with everything, I do in fact agree with most of what he says. I like this guy, very down to earth.
And we know that for men, the testosterone level has been going down dramatically.
Today he put out a video on not carrying his mobile phone around, how his life is much better since he got rid of his mobile phone. He's got an old phone like me. And I agree with everything he said in that video too. And it's something that I suggest that you all do, at least try. I mean, there's a guy that lives up the road from me, still lives with his mother as well. And ever since we moved here, which is almost 4 full years now, it will be in December, that guy, every single time I've seen him, and our lass, he has got his mobile phone up to his face. I don't know what he does. It doesn't matter if we see him walking past his house, down the street, in town, that guy is locked into the matrix and will never escape. But like most people, he's still got a few areas that he needs to improve on, which is the Final Jigsaw playlist, because this is his local woods and he always sits in this little outcrop of rock, right, and has his tea there. But what's behind him? It's surprising to me how people like him can burn wood as much as what he does for his little fires and not recognise what's behind him. It's obviously petrified wood. The tree rings that I'm pointing out, it almost looks like a huge knot. I'm not saying that it's the outside of a trunk or a branch. It could have just withered away and broken down time and time again, but that particular area looks like a knot to me. In fact, this area here is not some piece of wood that is dragged there to burn. That is part of the rock. It cannot be any more obvious than that. I'd love for him to realise this revelation, this research. I'd love him to take it on board, because it would open his eyes. It would just open a whole new world to him, just like it did me. Anyway, this is the batshit crazy part of the video, which should lose me a few hundred subscribers. Now, I've edited this once before, just never wanted to get it off my tongue because it was just going too far, but I'm allowed to throw ideas out. So what is the Earth anyway? Because the ancients weren't in any doubt of what the Earth were. We know this from all their myths and legends. We call it myths. Was it part of their real history? Maybe they saw the rock beginning to petrify over time. Most of this was wood at one time, yeah. The tree at the centre, of the earth was cut down, and it made the realm which we all sit in. I mean, this thing here, I like using this image because the roots look like mountains, petrify into mountains. And if you sat there giggling, then I can laugh a lot harder if I believed what we're taught at school, the NASA version of what the Earth is, some spinning ball, in a vacuum. In fact, I might as well just say that we all live in a tree house, because that's more believable, to be quite honest with you. Because that's about what all the ancients thought that we lived in.